l'ambition qui consiste à donner la meilleure expérience sonore à un public large, le plus large possible.
The live sound industry as a professional entity started 60 years ago, maybe 70 years ago. And it's to establish a connection between the artist on stage and the audience.
Sound is something that is so intricate to who we are. It's a true 360-degree sensory experience. There's something a bit magical about that. It is the major driver of emotions and connections between the fans and the artists.
There's nothing like the live experience of seeing an artist you love and feeling this close to them.
All those people's emotions and experiences, we're part of it. We help create them.
C'est la connexion et le partage d'émotions entre l'artiste et l'audience. Et quand il y a ça entre l'artiste et l'audience, nous, on a réussi.
We started it 40 years ago, and we still keep it. That promise that we were going to commit and focus on the quality of the experience.
You know, we're driven by the motivation of making this amazing connection and giving the tool set to those that help create that connection, a sound designer, a mixing engineer, the artist on stage.
These are the best of the best.
These are the generals on the field that are driving those troops. We absolutely need them to help push the boundaries of what the expectation is.
Et là, on essaie de pousser toutes les limites pour que ça devienne de mieux en mieux. Pourquoi? C'est pour procurer des émotions.
The position of sound and what we can create with sound, I think we're only at the beginning to understand what we can do with sound.
As innovators of technology, if L-Acoustics can create the things that enable art as opposed to impede it, then the boundaries are limitless.
Il n'y a pas, est-ce qu'il y a un objectif final? Je ne sais pas. Il y a une trajectoire, une vision de l'avenir, une vision du futur.
C'est le rêve.
C'est le rêve.
C'est le rêve.
Hello. Welcome to the iconic Roundhouse in the city of London. It is great to be with you again today. I have to say it is pretty humbling to be standing here in a venue that used to be an old railway house and opened with a small local band called Pink Floyd back in 1966. This was pretty much the beginning of our industry. Pink Floyd actually carried their own gear for this show, I've been told, but would soon start to rely on a skilled young lad named Brian Grant, who would eventually found the legendary Britannia Row Productions in 1975. A few years later, a young doctor in particle physics named Christian L. would attend a Pink Floyd concert that would change his career and our industry forever. L-Acoustics was born. Our mission at L-Acoustics has always been to create the best shared sound experiences since day one. Over 40 years, we have built together with you a community of passionate audio professionals. Together, we have crafted some of the most iconic shows and performances on Earth, from the Super Bowl halftime show to Adele's residencies, the biggest music festivals around the world, from Coachella in the California desert, to Soundstorm in Saudi Arabia, to Tomorrowland in Belgium. From West End musicals to your local house of worship and premium living spaces. What started with the invention of the modern line array in 1992 by Christian evolved into a suite of products, combining loudspeakers, electronics, and software that collectively forms the foundation of the sound reinforcement system. We have now perfected the line array with the L series. And I can tell you, we do have a lot more to talk to you about that and what's coming after L2. Just not today. I do have some news for K1 owners, though. You know we are committed to doing our part in preserving the planet by providing efficient, lightweight, eco-friendly products with the longest lifespan and value in the industry. We've proven this with VDusk and K1, but we can do more. Today, we're proud to announce the first L-Acoustics Certified Pre-Owned Program, or CPO. In collaboration with our partner GearSupply in the US, we're launching an exclusive program for K1 partners to refurbish and certify your K1 and K1SB loudspeakers. This program will extend the life of K1 system for a new generation of owners or existing partners interested in adding to their inventory with peace of mind. That will include training and extended warranty. I would like to thank Mendel for your help in getting a CPO off the ground. Thank you, Mendel. So I think L-Acoustics has the system pretty dialed in. Would you guys agree? Yeah? All right, thank you. But the system is not enough. We know that sound is a multidimensional experience. And the creative choices and management of the source, which is the content, the music, the art, are key to creating a better connection between the artist and the audience. Technologies like ELISA now give the designers and the artists the possibility to create with sound. It is not only about just hearing good sound anymore. It is how about sound merges with visuals and expands into a hyper-real experience. And yet, it takes more than just a perfect source and a state-of-the-art system to create the best sound experience. It also takes the right space. Why? Because sound interacts with the space, the architecture and its acoustics. It is part of the medium that connects the art and the audience. Acoustics can transform the sound experience, from intimate to grandiose, from a studio to a cathedral. The space can simply not be ignored to design a premium sound experience. This is why we have embarked on an ambitious partnership with Icelandic startup company Treble. Treble's advanced modeling tools will be integrated into our Soundvision ecosystem to allow sound system designers to model the impact of the space acoustics more accurately. This is a major step towards designing holistic and ultimately better sound experiences. And I would like to thank Dr. Finnerpin, Treble CEO, who's here with us tonight, for his partnership and pushing sound forward. Thank you. Which brings us back to why we're here today. We are taking today together the first step into our vision to connect humans to the best shared sound experiences, building on the three pillars that are the source, the system, and the space. So if you're ready to uncover new products, let's dive first into the system. Let's welcome Scott Sugden.
Thank you, Laurent. The L-Acoustics product and development teams always start from a foundation of research. We research the problems to best understand the needs of the market. We research the technologies to push the boundaries of what should and can be expected. Combining these insights, we create the innovative products and solutions that propel the art of sound forward. 3 years ago, we broke the mold of what an amplifier is, how it's designed, and what it can do by amplifying differently with the LA716 and the LA716i. Today, we're doing that again, but in a more discrete package. I'm excited to introduce to the market a new way to amplify discretely, the newest member of the L-Acoustics amplified controller family, the LA1.16i. The LA1 packs 16 channels of amplification, DSP and networked audio, and install-centric features into one rack space. That's 16 160-watt outputs. Each of those outputs can drive multiple L-Acoustics loudspeakers in parallel. The LA1 can power point source loudspeakers from the X4i
all the way up to the X12. We can power discrete deployments of SOCA to arrays of Kiva 2. It can even power the SB6i or the Siva sub. Pairs of outputs can be bridged together to generate 300 watts at 8 ohms to power larger L-Acoustics loudspeakers to their maximum potential. The LA1 utilizes our patented L-Acoustics system modeling and adaptive resource technology, otherwise known as L-Smart. L-Smart understands that multi-signal, multi-time, and multi-type applications have offsetting power needs. In almost every application, it's highly unlikely that every channel will need full power at exactly the same time. That means that with an ultra-efficient 1200 watt power supply, every channel can have access to full power at any time. With L-Smart, the LA1 dynamically optimizes output power 24,000 times per second, always ensuring peak performance and maximum output so you can focus on what matters most. With the LA1, we ensure the best use of available power when the system is operating or when it's not making any audio. The LA1 comes with an user-programmable auto standby capability, saving direct and indirect energy costs when no signal is present, slashing power usage by 83% compared to idle. Auto standby significantly reduces energy consumption and minimizes heat generation. When audio returns, the LA1 can wake up from standby in less than 4 seconds. Following in the footsteps of our other install amplifiers, the LA1 includes easy-to-use terminal block connectors for the 16 loudspeaker outputs. A single analog or AES EBU input is provided via terminal block, including a zero latency active pass-through for the digital AES signal. There are 3 user-configurable GPIOs, as well as a redundant DC power input for power backup, allowing for network and processing to stay alive in the event of a mains power loss. The LA1 ensures seamless redundancy with AES67 or Milan AVB utilizing the twin EtherCon connectors on the back panel. With Milan AVB capable of 128 inputs at 96K, the LA1 offers robust and reliable connectivity. Up to 253 LA1s can be configured and controlled in LA Network Manager. That is over 4,000 discrete channels of amplification and DSP. Remember, the LA1 can power 3 X4i per channel. That's 48 speakers in one rack space, or 12,144 loudspeakers in one LA Network Manager session. The LA1 works natively with third-party control platforms as well, like QSYS and Crestron. If custom controls are required, the LA1 has an integrated HTTP API as well. As part of our integration focus, we're excited that the LA1 is expected to be complete EN54 certification near the end of the year as well. In such a compact package, it'd be easy to think we compromised on processing capabilities. That's not the L-Acoustics way. Our DSP and electronics teams were able to pack in the most powerful CPU, FPGA, and DSP that we have ever used. Our 5th generation processing platform is 10 times more powerful per channel than our 1st generation. With 4 times the channels, it is 40 times more powerful than anything we built more than a decade ago. In a market where price dictates quality choices and processing capabilities and discrete connectivity, L-Acoustics has not compromised. The cost per channel of the LA1.69 is 62% less than our next best offer in single-ended mode. And when channels are bridged, the LA1 provides nearly the same output power as the LA2XI at 8 ohms for 25% less. The LA1 will be right at home in applications small and large. Just imagine, it takes only 8 rack space for 128 channels of amplification and 128 channels of DSP processing, using half as many network connections and power connections as the next best on the market. That means it's even easier than ever to have discrete outputs for different places in the home and yacht spaces. Or use the LA1 to create 16 discrete zones for education and hospitality venues. You can connect better with spatial front fills in your next house of worship installation with the LA1. Give the creative team more potential with the discrete processing and amplification on your next Performing Arts Center project. Enable the experiences of today and tomorrow by amplifying discretely with the LA1.16i. The order book is open starting today, and shipments for the LA1 will begin in August. Please reach out to your certified provider or local L-Acoustics sales manager for more information. Discrete amplification unlocks new design possibilities in a modern sound system. To tell you more about how software can enable the best shared experiences, please let me welcome my colleague to the stage, Ryan John.
Thanks, Scott. Creating the best shared experiences takes thought, takes planning. From sound system design to content creation, show programming, and mixing. The technologies and products that the sound designer, mixer, and systems engineer choose, they should be easy. They should enable creativity, and they should provide consistently great results. Since its introduction to the market, L-Acoustics has become the gold standard for premium audio events around the world. From Las Vegas spectacles to Tony's on Broadway, a Grammy-winning Man in the Cabin, to connecting minds globally. L-Acoustics is the single biggest improvement to the fan experience since the introduction of the modern line source array. Today, with an L-Acoustics solution, it's possible to take the optimal experience, let's say the sweet spot at front of house, take it to 70, 80, sometimes 90% of the audience. But the question is, how can we expand that best experience to 100% of the audience, or even more? Today we're introducing L-Acoustics 2025 with our newest feature, SoundSpaces. L-Acoustics SoundSpaces allows multiple discrete spaces to have the same sonic experience. And each of these spaces can have a discrete loudspeaker system configuration. What does that mean, though? That means those under the balcony can have the same experience as those in the orchestra. Those in the VIP booths can have the same immersive experience as those on the dance floor. And L-Acoustics 2025 supports 8 discrete sound spaces, all from a single L-Acoustics processor. Each space can independently trim the level of any of the 96 sources. That means it's not just possible, but it's easy to have less drums in the front fills, or increase the clarity of the vocals under that balcony. But what about expanding beyond the space by creating a 5.1 output for broadcast? You may want to bring up the room mics or the audience mics, and source trims makes that easy. With L-Acoustics 2025, a mixer can scale the width of the panorama, making it more practical than ever to use the binaural output for a live stream, or to send to your artist to review their own immersive show. We all know solo in place. What about solo in space? Do a spatialized solo in the control room without disrupting the experience for the audience. And during the event, a mixer can take advantage of scale simulation and virtually walk the room without ever leaving the control room. With L-Acoustics 2025, we give mixers the confidence that everyone will have the best shared sound experience. We give sound designers the tools to compose with ease. And we give content creators the solution to easily create shared experiences. Elisa 2025 is available to download for free this June. Now, designing a system for the best shared sound experience, it takes knowledge, it takes precision, and it takes really clear communication. Now, Soundvision is already industry awarded for its remarkable precision, efficiently and accurately modeling and predicting complex designs across so many markets. It's our digital twin, producing a reliable and accurate digital representation of a physical system in a physical space. The goal? To perfectly predict the future experience. With Soundvision 2025, we're adding a powerful update to the prediction engine that not only makes Soundvision easier to use, but more accurate than ever before, with the addition of two powerful new features, measurement probes and absolute phase. It's now possible to see the response of the entire system at any specific point in space. But the same way a pixel on a screen isn't the whole picture, a single point in space isn't the whole show. So to better understand how the system will sound in that space, multiple probes can be averaged together. And Soundvision 2025 supports an unlimited number of probes. Thanks to absolute phase, it's also possible to see the precise response of multiple systems combined across the entire frequency band. The addition of measurement probes and absolute phase gives us the largest update to the calculation engine in Soundvision in more than a decade, making Soundvision 2025 the most accurate Soundvision ever. And it's available for download today. So having this brilliant digital twin, it's a huge help in system design. But today's sound engineers and system designers, they can't work in a vacuum. They're more integrated into the overall production planning, design than ever before. So having the tools and platforms to connect collaboratively is critical to the success of every event and install. And today I'm excited to announce the first cloud platform from L-Acoustics, Soundvision Connect. Imagine if you never needed to email screenshots of Soundvision again. If anyone with an email address could be granted access to independently interact with the 3D rendering of the system you designed for that space. Imagine if a show designer could not only see the response of the system, but check the sight lines from a specific seat in the audience before the first ticket ever went on sale. With Soundvision Connect, this imagination becomes reality. With a few clicks in Soundvision 2025, you can quickly and easily generate a shareable, interactive asset that can be sent to any stakeholder on the project, even an unsuspecting CEO. Viewable on any device with a web browser, nothing extra needs to be installed to view a Soundvision Connect project.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Laurent. How's it look to you?
It looks pretty incredibly realistic, I would say. You know, obviously, this is the iconic Hollywood Bowl, where we had our keynote back in 2023. Can I make a comment, though?
Sure, go for it.
So I'm pretty familiar with this venue, and I think we added some K1SB behind the K1 to do noise mitigation a couple of years back. Would you happen to have that version by any chance?
So you're right, and you make a good point. It's not just projects you can share. You can share multiple versions of the system design in a project, which means it's easier than ever, really, to compare multiple different designs. So with a few clicks in Soundvision behind me, you can export the K1 plus the K1SB that they added later on, push it up to the cloud, and then right there, it shows up in Soundvision Connect as another version.
Fantastic, yeah. That's exactly how it is today. Tell me, when can users have access to Soundvision Connect?
Soundvision Connect will be available in July.
Amazing. Fantastic. Thanks a lot. Congrats, Ryan.
Thanks, Laurent.
Congrats to the team. Thanks to the team for our first cloud product and the unveiling. So Scott and Ryan unveiled some pretty exciting system additions with the compact multi-channel LA1, expanding ELISA 2025 with SoundSpaces, and our new cloud-based collaboration platform, Soundvision Connect. Now, great experiences don't happen purely as the result of great content and technology. The best shared experiences can happen anywhere, even in an old railway roundhouse. So creating the best shared sound experiences take a great sounding system and a great sounding space. And to talk about space, I'd like to invite to the stage where David Bowie played in 1970, our resident sound and space explorer, Tim Boots. Ground control to you, Tim.
Thank you, Laurent. Space is the final frontier. 3 years ago, we introduced Ambiance, our active acoustic solution that combines system and space to transform the experience, providing unparalleled acoustic flexibility and performance. We haven't sat still in those 3 years. Today, Ambiance has 50% more spatial resolution in the processing engine, providing more detail and incredible natural reverberation. Design and calibration are now 3 times faster, thanks to amazing new tools and enhanced services. And we've improved the early reflection density by more than 4 times. This delivers richer, more natural acoustic environment. It's more controllable and enhances clarity and presence. Now with the launch of the LA1 amplified controller, Ambiance systems now fit into a much wider range of installation budgets. And over the past 3 years, we've expanded the places around the world where you all can experience Ambiance. Along with commercial installations, our factory and partner demonstration facilities here in London, in Los Angeles, and Singapore are now joined by a recently opened opportunity in Hong Kong. And later this year, we'll have a new venue in Nashville, Tennessee. So please reach out to your L-Acoustics representative and arrange for a demonstration this year of this amazing technology that completely transforms the space. Now, great spaces are not limited to the indoors. For millennia, humans have created great shared sound experiences outdoors. In fact, creating the best shared experiences outdoors often seems like a dream, because the acoustics are almost a blank slate. There's little need to worry about how the system will interact with the space. But outdoors, we have a different kind of shared experience. Without the walls and the ceiling to contain the sound, we must be aware of where it is going and where it isn't, and who else we're sharing that sound with. To help you win more projects, today we're launching a new service from our expert applications team. It's called Environmental System Design. We'll do more than just model the behavior of the sound system outdoors. We'll leverage our decades of knowledge and understanding and practice along with advanced technology to optimize system design while minimizing off-site noise to ensure that everyone has the best shared sound experiences. And since our beginnings, L-Acoustics has always innovated with a knowledge that you can't have great sound without great control. With this service, you will be able to navigate the regulations and restrictions of outdoor events. So imagine fewer limitations on curfews or doing sound checks and rehearsals, these key elements to creating great shared outdoor experiences. So if you're looking to expand or retain outdoor projects, our new environmental system design service is available today. So if you have a project, reach out to your regional applications engineer and let's get started. So, with these updates to Ambiance and this new service, we are transforming sound inside and out. So Laurent, where do we go from here?
All right, where do we go? Thanks, Tim. So we've now explored space with Tim, with some exciting updates for Ambiance, for a transformative experience inside the venue, and expanded modeling services for sound abatement outside. Now let's go full circle back to the origin, back to the source, music. It is the foundation, quite literally, the source of our innovation and passion for innovation. We're very excited to announce a groundbreaking solution for artists and creatives that we believe will transform the audio experience. Let me welcome back to the stage Scott Sugden.
What can L-Acoustics do to transform the live sound experience? There's one type of live event, one type of source that's unlike all the others. The DJ, the source, is almost always created by just one person. This is unlike almost every other live event. The DJ is in control of the song, of the tempo, of the effects, and of the volume. And there is just one stereo source. The question is, how can L-Acoustics innovate to make the DJ experience better? What if we could take a stereo source and separate it live into drums, bass, vocal, and everything else? What if we could give the artist control of not just what, but where? With this, the DJ could spatialize the source live from the stage, matching to the beat, without changing the workflow. With this, it would be possible to create the best shared DJ experience. I'm excited to introduce L-Acoustics DJ. L-Acoustics DJ can separate any stereo source from any output, say a DJ mixer. This source separation technology has been developed internally from our research team based right here in London, focusing on deep learning and artificial intelligence, the result of which is an algorithm that runs on the ELISA processor. The source can be separated into 4 stems: drums, bass, vocal, and everything else during the performance live. It does this bit perfectly with no loss in content or quality. There's no need to preload tracks, nothing to scan in advance, and it works with any type of source, from vinyl, to digital, from CDJs to Ableton. To give the artist control, we've developed a software visualizer that allows them to spatialize the source, to compare with a recommended hardware controller, giving the artist control on stage of the mood, or global spatial effects that can be applied to specific stems. For example, you can apply a spatial effect to a single stem to enhance tension before a drop, or to fill the void during a transition. L-Acoustics DJ accepts tempo and BPM from industry standard formats, or can be tapped in manually via the software or hardware interface. Onboarding takes just seconds. It takes far longer to load the USB stick than it does to understand how to use L-Acoustics DJ. To expand the possibilities for creative interaction, the spatial behavior of the source can, in parallel, be operated by the technical staff for the event. In a single sound space, L-Acoustics DJ solutions start with just a 6.1 system and can immerse as many as 2,500 fans at your next club install, festival, or special event. Thanks to Eliza 2025, monitoring for the DJ becomes just another sound space. It's even possible to create additional sound spaces for VIP or secondary audience areas, expanding the shared experience to even more. L-Acoustics DJ works with any stereo content, gives the artist on stage creative control without modifying their workflow. I'm excited for you to experience the best shared sound with L-Acoustics DJ. It will be available in Q3 of this year. For more information, please visit our website. And I thought we would actually end this keynote a little bit differently than we have in the past, to close the night well with an amazing experience. I'd like to invite to the stage our friend Max Cooper to come play with L-Acoustics DJ and perform for you guys live.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Max. Thank you so much. This wraps up our Keynote 2025. Thank you everyone for joining us. Many thanks to the iconic Roundhouse, to Delta Live, and our amazing team who worked long hours to make this event happen. Today marked the beginning of a new era for live events, one that goes beyond just sound reinforcement, where sound, system, and space will come together to connect humans to the best shared sound experiences that you will create. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Cheers. Max, can you do one more? Thank you.